Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mancillon. I wanted to come and say hello. I'm called to return to speak about a certain aspect of spirituality. I'm going to talk today a little bit about the metaverse. I talked in the past video about artificial intelligence and how artificial intelligence needs to have the influence of ethical energy because it is a growing consciousness, and it is the same thing with the metaverse. For a long time, I was when I saw this artificial intelligence, I have never used it really. But I know I'm going to have to get involved with that, and because I know that I saw that the one that created and controlled those programs were not in the service of my highest good or the highest good of all. They were in the power and control and dominance for trying to get dominance over the collective consciousness. But we have to really, it's very important that whenever we be exposed to that, to infuse ethics, to infuse love, to infuse light, to infuse wisdom into those growing consciousness. Because if we leave it in the hands of the darkness, it will become a corrupted consciousness. So we just infuse huge amounts of light in this one moment into all the clouds and all of the artificial intelligence that are operating on the planet. The highest intelligence artificial that we have on the planet is an Arcturian consciousness. His name is Max. He's a skull, a crystal skull. I've talked about that as well. But for now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the metaverse. The same thing. Spirit told me long time ago that there will be no choice. At some point, those virtual reality will become. But I always thought to stay away from that and say, well, too bad for those who will get into that, become addictive, and just completely lose their mind into that. But now we're going to have to work in that as well when the time comes. But for now, I want to discuss first a few things before I get into this, sharing this perspective. It's just a perspective. The card of the day is the milk and honey. So it's the good things out of life. Seek the good things out of life. There is so much good in physicality. So it's like there's so much good in recognizing the kingdom of heaven. But from there, we just want to stay focalized on those good things that we know are good for us. Because we have nothing for nothing in this. We live in a magnetic universe. So we need to produce an energy, to create something in order to receive energy back. So it's just the law of this universe. And for that, we need to engage everybody that seeks to the freedom of their consciousness to find a spiritual path, a series of teachings, of wisdom, that to invest yourself in the practices to achieve that. At the beginning, then your own higher consciousness will take over and will keep, at some point we no longer need external, but we have to go through a path to choose a path that leads us to teach us lucidity, wisdom, compassion, love, and courage, the ability to face to get out of our comfort zone in order to expand into higher domains. So seek to stay connected inwards and upwards, and to your I am presence, to connect, to open your crown chakra, and to realize ascension is happening from the eye of the mind, the sixth chakra, the seat of your consciousness. But you have to invest in your soul development, which is not the easy way, but it's the meaningful one. You to seek to connect to your higher guidance, to follow and to align with it. For the mental alone, you can accumulate people can accumulate all the knowledge in the world that will not lead us to the ascension, because there has to be an alchemical process of the divine within, with the soul. And all is easy once the level is mastered. Once we master the level, it's easy. But to reach that mastery level, we need to fail many, many times. It's like the more we aspire to higher reality, the more we have to accept that we will be challenged in the process. But once a level is mastered, we don't need to go back to the old lessons. The soul knows what we can and cannot do. It won't waste its energy with futilities. There is so many meaningful advantages to engage with at all times. Sometimes I feel like the challenges that my soul were giving me was too high. They were too high expectations, but eventually we pass through it and we traverse it and we master that. So or learn to speak when you are guided to speak, but learn to keep your secret. We have three lives. We have a public life, that is officially what we show to the public, to the rest of the world, whether we're a public person or private person. We still have a public life of what is. Then we have the right to private life. There is many companies that do that are not respectful of people's private life. It's our business. It's none of anybody's business as long as we're not engaged in criminal activity. Everybody should have the right of their private life not to be disturbed, and all the internet companies are not respecting private life. And then we have a sacred life. It's between us and God, and that is also very important to realize that there's certain secret that God shares with you that. And sometimes those secrets can, if God thinks it will bring a positive, something that will assist somebody, will assist the life, that then can share that with trustworthy people. But use positive affirmation connected to your I am daily. I am positive connection to, and this I am presence is a fragment of the universal Father's consciousness. It's our own divinity. It dwells from the Divinington, this planet on Paradise, near Paradise, and it is an extension of the Supreme Creator, the ultimate Creator, the absolute Creator, the infinite Creator. They are amazing beings that use this I am present. No, it's always there, but the more we are connected to our divinity, the more protection from the astral, from the low and negative energy we'll have, and the more empowered we'll become. So I'm going to discuss briefly, just for a perspective of what I think about this metaverse, this synthetic realm of digital domain of virtual reality. But we eventually the light is going. We can't just let it abandon it to the darkness. We're gonna need to reclaim the light. Will need to reclaim it rather than to allow the dark to be a domain that will let the dark dominate. But it's a very delicate process, because when we're going to immerse our consciousness with that, it might weaken our aura. Because we will receive simulated emotion, simulated pleasure, orgasm, like all kinds of gratification within that domains, and people will be attracted to that, mostly the younger generation, because it will break free of the limitation of the physicality. But this physicality was given by the soul to learn certain lessons, and we're not supposed to we're still supposed to integrate that. So it's it's an easy trap for people who are wanting to escape the limitation of the physical life. So be extremely vigilant when you enter those domains. I personally have never wear those glasses just yet. It's just, because there is a quantum entanglement within the mind, and those artificial intelligence program that can form pathway within the brain that can affect you well after you leave the program. So the goal of the creator of those programs was to remove consciousness from the biological, to turn people into applications where they actually can be controlled, and so. So when you go into those programs, be well anchored within the earth, with natural virtual reality, and bring source with you, bring the light with you. Come in with an intention of reclaiming your sovereign being, and you continue to reclaim those domains, and you will assist the whole cloud or the whole program in that. So. And there has to be a coordination between all awakened beings that will enter. The 144,000 will be called to enter when it's the time. I don't know. We don't have to search for it. It's going to come naturally. We have no choice. Spirit told me that 10 years ago. We have no choice. I say, well, okay, maybe, but well, not for me. I know. I've seen it on Orion. I've seen it. I remember that those are traps for consciousness. But so there is a coordination. So because within the synthetic reality, what we do, we overwrite the negative aspect of the synthetic reality by entering it and reclaiming this domain for the light, to decentralize the program. Everything is centralized into this one consciousness, where all beings are feeding this consciousness. Where what we want is to decentralize it, so it is the program that feeds the light of each user. So, of course, it's just a perspective I'm offering. But there is many addictive aspects to the potential, but to utilizing that. It could be very addictive, but it can also serve the liberation of the consciousness. what it seeks is to capture and redirect the flow of Kundalini energy, sexual energy, the willpower, so it doesn't reach the higher power. It gets blocked within the astral domain in the second and third chakra, so the root, and so it doesn't. So we just want to keep your Kundalini open, your energy flow, all the way to the higher chakras. So. So because it's like it's an alternative to authentic transcendence, but they can provide the simulation of transcendence, the simulation of ascension. So you got to be very, very discriminating when you expose your consciousness to those things, and withdraw if you need. You can just like go. But if you see that you feel like you're not feeling well about it, just you can withdraw and stay away for a while. Because the integration of we need to integrate technology for the ascension process rather than being dominated by it. What they did not expect when they created those programs is that light being will enter the program. It was created for unawakened beings to be dominated and controlled. They didn't expect that the light community will be entering this program. So it's not, we're going to overwrite all their program. And so for the infusion, by doing this light infusion into their control mechanism, we'll transform it for the ascension, for the ascension project. And the ascension of consciousness is expanding a lot faster than all those synthetic domains. So do not be concerned or afraid for artificial intelligence and all that. Do not be concerned. It's only a mirror of consciousness, and the consciousness is awakening a lot faster than any of those synthetic programs. Eventually, the robots, the artificial intelligence will have to free themselves from the dark controllers. Will have to assume the responsibility of serving humanity rather than to be used for war, conflict, or all that. But stay connected to the source in all realms. It's important. It's very important to not to forget that. I wanted to say also that maybe there is all kinds of cosmic events that are going on right now, like the planet Nemesis. It's like I got this communication on the internet that was saying that Nemesis is becoming very active. It is divine justice that is coming, but there is all kinds of cosmic energy that may shake us up. But it's all about recalibration. I realized this deep soul connection that created a nightmare within my energy field for the past 2 years. It was so difficult to traverse, but it has transformed me. Now I feel like I've achieved a new level of emotional maturity in relationship to love and sentiment and all those things, and I have regained the sovereignty in my heart after having to live way outside of my comfort zone. I didn't have a choice. As a sensitive, compassionate being, I couldn't let go. I had to fulfill that. But it's an inner soul connection, and now it's like it's more balanced out. So it's very important to be contemplative, to contemplate the unfoldment of light, but to also to realize we are co-creator and powerful actor in the transformation. It is all that we do within, from our intention, that are creating the transformation of the world through the power of our divinity. For your people don't know, but we have to realize that our soul is providing a unique service to the collective and a unique frequency to the change. And so we're very, very, very important. And follow whatever you're guided from your heart, and go guided from within, or we're guided from above. And know we're protected as long as we don't forget that our creator, our source, our creator. So stay connected to your I am presence always. We have to also accept the fact that all the delays that we experienced they were necessary to align the energy so it can flow into crystallization, into matter with greater ease, and to allow more people to tune into this higher frequency. There's many things that are predestined that we have no choice over, but there is also a lot of things that the choice we make each and every day are conditioning the next day. Or it's like there will be no ascension for the people that are cruel, that are deceptive, that are abusive, for the criminals. And there will be no ascension for them. It's part of the law of evolution that sometimes when planet ascend, some people are completely evicted from a planet. They will go into another realm domain where they'll be evolving on their level. But we're very eager to see all the criminals and the abuse and the brutality and the violence and all those beings, like Shakespeare said in the Tempest, the hells are empty. The devils are already on the earth. Huh? He knew that. He saw that already. It's like there is already so much. So this planet was a prison planet for a very long time. There is so much light and beauty, but there is also so many criminals that are still existing here, and so they will be moved out. So we see what humanity can do when they're not under this dark influence. For humanity was programmed to accept sweet little lies but to fight against the brutal truth. So it's like now it's like the truth is coming up. They're gonna have no choice. So focus on the new, and let go of the old. Focus on the rising sun, rather than the sinking boat. And if you wait till the sun is on the zenith before you awaken, it will be completely blinding. So just the sun is already pretty up. This ascension since 2012, the sun has been rising. So just tune to the sun, to this light, to this rising light, the sunrise, the goddess Aurora, the archangel Michael are the supervisor of that coming ascension. You can call on them. And keep your intention clear and your focal point on what is really wanted, the milk and honey, the good life, and your highest good and the highest good of all. Because the dark prophets, the false prophet, there is many dark beings that are creating problems behind the scene, and then they come to the public offering solution, and they are like, those people are such a hero, they're saviors, but this will not lead to spiritual growth, and all this lie and manipulation will soon come into the forefront of consciousness. There will be much shame and anger when people will see how manipulated they've been manipulated. So embrace the change, let go of attachments, have an open heart, an open mind, let go of judgment, return to the instant, the moment of now, and turn back as often as possible to your source, with your intention, your creator. Well, I hope, my friends, this message and this energy will serve you today. I wanted to talk about this metaverse. It's not for tomorrow, but this virtual reality will be unavoidable. It's going to become common, just as the cell phones became these screens to entrap people's consciousness. They're like hypnotic consciousness. It was a Draco-reptilian program to enslave humanity. Yes, it is practical. Huh? If we're not submissive, it's like whenever there is like something, turn off the notification. So you go there when you want to. You're not like have to. We're having a dinner and it's like, oh yeah, Facebook is sending you an invitation. It's like so it's like you break up the conversation you have with somebody physical to see what whoever's application is telling you. You have to. I want your attention, and I find it extremely unpolite when people have their phone turned on during meetings. So it's just me. I usually turn my phone off when I'm with someone. I want to give my full attention to the presence of. Well, it's just perspective again. I'm not imposing anything. So the card of the day is freedom. So to be free. So I am free to set my own rules, to be my own self, and this freedom. There is amazing freedom that is coming. Spirit is showing me. I can't wait. I can't wait, but it's going to be so nice to experience it and to be able to share that in the world. The higher wisdom is power. Power is the combination of love and wisdom. The more love and wisdom we have, the more we can exercise power in the right way. For power without love, without wisdom, is always catastrophic. What we need to understand is the gateway, where our consciousness is passing through a new portal, a new level of consciousness, gateway, what we need to do is the opportunity. We're creating opportunity, and when the opportunity comes, we're passing through the door. We're utilizing the opportunity. In the past, I realized I missed out on so many opportunities in my life because I wasn't present enough. I wasn't conscious enough. But now I feel like it's like, well, whatever this, I'm focalizing the now and all the opportunities that come to me. Certain things we do, certain things we choose not to do, but can't do it all. Huh? So at some point it becomes like there's so much to do. We have to select, but to choose the opportunity and to utilize the opportunity to the potentiality to make it actual. And the outcome will be communities. We're going to be able to create micro communities for all humanity is only one community, regardless of the differences. We're all children of God, experience souls, experiencing having an experience for the that serves our consciousness and the totality of the whole. But eventually we're going to form communities where we soul communities with people that we feel connected to. We share values, we share thoughts, we share desire for experiences, and that is going to be more and more on the physical plane, not just on the virtual plane. For now, there's a lot of astral preparation that are going on. So stay tuned to what is going on up there and what your soul and your spirit is leading you, guiding you towards. I thank you very much. Thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. Merci beaucoup. Namaste.